Hey folks, welcome back. Okay, the moment you've all been waiting for, the front end. We've covered a whole lot of ground in the last 9 lessons, and we've talked about everything from posts, pages, media, comments, themes, widgets, menus. We've talked about settings and plugins. I mean, there's just a ton to talk about, and I've been keeping these short because I can only record 5 minutes at a time. So thank you for bearing with me. If you need me to flesh anything out, just, hey, let me know. You can reach me in the comments section or at my email, nate@finchproservices.com. So what I want to just chat about real quick is the front end of the website. This is what everybody else sees. So it can be a little intimidating, and especially with an example website like this where there's not much going on here, it might not make too much sense to kind of talk about this right now. But there's something that you want to keep at the front of your mind all the time when you're working on your website, especially using WordPress. The website is not necessarily for you. The website is for your audience or your customers or your readers. Whoever is using your website, that's really who the website is for. So, I can make all these, great changes, or I could have 5 calendars on the side because I think that looks fantastic. It doesn't, obviously, but I could have all that. But if it's not helpful for the people that are using the website, that are using my website, it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference, and I probably shouldn't have it there. So you want to ask yourself a few questions, namely, what are people doing when they get to your website, and what do you want them to do? What are they looking for? How are they going to find it? Is the information that they're looking for readily available? If this, for example, was your About page, is this at the top where your audience or your users or your customers are going to be looking for information about you? If you have a store, are all of your items well labeled and stuff like that? There's just a lot to think about from the end user standpoint. So the last thing I wanted to go over in this particular section of the basics is just thinking like a person who's using your website, not as the person who has designed or put it together or developed it. So from that end, there's a few things that I can see here that might not be the best presentation, right? It's obviously very minimal, and that's fine. This is just an example website, right? But there's things like a search bar. People come to this website and it's talking about WordPress savviness, and they actually want to find the things that are about Reels. They might not be able to see anything about Reels when they first get here. But if a lot of people are coming and they're looking for reel information for fly fishing, I might want to consider moving this out of a submenu and putting it actually on the main menu here. Another thing to think about is that if people, for example, let's just click on Reels and see what comes up. Let's say that retro chill wave was actually something that people were wanting to search for, that was a keyword or something. How would they find that? There's no search bar here. So for example, I could go back to my widgets area, and there's actually this search bar that is disabled in the widget area, and I can just click on it and drag it up here and put it above my calendar, and just put find what you're looking for and save that. I'll come back over here, refresh, and now I have a search bar. So I've pasted in retro chill wave, and we're going to search and see what this comes up with. And you can see that it comes up with the paragraph that was in. So as you're looking at the front end of your website, always keep the end user in mind. It's great to have a really well-designed website, but if people can't use it, then it's pretty useless. So let me know what you think about all that in the comments, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for tuning in, and move on to the next section.